go for it all in English, but we'll do questions on tonight's game first. We'll then pause and we'll do a couple of questions on St Mirren. Jane, kick us off, please.
Philippe, given the incentive that was clear this evening, how do you reflect on your team's performance?
That we all wanted to win, that we started really good. We started the game good, with good pressing, but we missed also in the beginning of the game this final pass. We had several good moments of really good pressing, winning the ball, then having opportunity to put somebody alone in front of goal, but we missed the pass every time. So I felt some nervousness in the team, more than the weeks before. Maybe because of the occasion, so that's something to work on, for sure. After that starts, you get a goal against that is unnecessary, and then you make it more difficult for yourself. But we continued. Nobody gave up. I had to make a change early, what I don't like to do, but we were missing width on the right side, and we were missing depth also because we didn't have running players behind the defense there, or being high enough in position. I gave that message a few times to Todd, but he was coming into the ball all the time, so that's why I made the change, and to put Rosin, who's more that profile.
At 1-1, you get back into the game, the energy does come back and the crowd get behind the team, but then it seems to go flat again. Can you put your finger on why you think that happened, and how frustrating is that for you watching on from the sidelines when you see them get back into the game?
Yes, we missed the last pass, and we missed some freshness, I think, also at this level. I see Sima the last two games a little bit lower level after the birth of his baby, and less sleep, and maybe the occasion. I see also Tom coming in, but being less decisive than his first game. But he's coming out of an injury, so repetitive playing, that was also the reason not to start with him, is maybe more difficult. Ross came in bright, but we missed some, the last pass, the overview, the decisive moment that we missed today, because we were a lot on the ball. We came a lot also in the final third. It was not only the ball to keep the ball, but to create in the last part of the field. But there we missed the precision today, and otherwise you have a different scenario, because the domination was there. And for sure, the second half.
Do you see this as a missed opportunity? How do you look ahead to potential qualification or progression now?
It's very double. First, you come. There is progression, because the last time this team played against Limassol, with more players fit, they lost. So there's progression in that way.
Progression in the group, sorry.
Yes. Second progression, we have European football after January. We're sure about that, because it's important not to forget this also. Because you can be so hungry and so ambitious to win that you forget those things also, that you need to stay smart, and that you have European football after January. And it's the first time I felt this nervousness on the pitch with the players, and also in the stands, the first time. That way, maybe one side doesn't help the other side, and you can make a discussion where it starts. So those are things to work on, because they've showed enough the last couple of weeks that they can have a better level in technical actions, in decisive actions, what they did last couple of weeks. So we need to work hard with all the boys to get everybody to their best level. But there are a lot of players who had to start today, who come out of a serious injury last couple of months, and they were out for 4, 5, 6, 8 weeks. And they miss some freshness to make their actions. You saw also Rabbi coming in bright against Aberdeen, and today it was also more difficult. So we still have a lot of work to do with the group, but they need to continue pushing hard.
Philippe, you said you
don't like making changes early. In hindsight, is that something maybe you would have done something differently in terms of your starting lineup tonight?
No, because you can say, okay, you had to start with Ross, and it was something to think about, but we need to see also the steps he is making the last couple of weeks, and everything is going fast. So it's it's easy to think things after the game. I think this is the logical way, and also the way Todd's played last couple of weeks also, where he had good moments and important moments. The last game against Prague, he was very decisive out of this position. So, no.
You were talking about the nervousness. Can you understand the frustration from the fans throughout the game or at the end?
No, but it's frustration of everybody. And maybe this is the nervousness also. The frustration of the players because they want so hard. They want so hard to win, to qualify, to please the fans, to be good. But in that moment you need to stay calm also, and that I lost with a few players on the evening, that they were maybe too much busy to do it too good. So we need to work on that.
Philippe, is it a concern of yours, the ease with which teams are now going through your back line, as was the case against Aberdeen on Sunday and then again today?
Concern, yes, because I don't like it that way, but we've been showing video around that, and now we had the 4 central defenders who experienced it, so I'm sure in next weeks and months it will not happen too much this moment.
And you said, can you just clarify, you said with regards to Todd you weren't getting the width there. Is that, do you feel that Todd is best utilised in that position, or are you thinking otherwise for him?
No, Todd's best position is elsewhere, but we've been in not a situation that we had a lot of players on the right side. Scott Wright was also not available today, for example. Ross is coming out of academy, taking his first steps. He's not ready to shine every three days and to play every time 90 minutes. It's impossible. Rabbi Matondo was injured. So we had a lot of problems. Last couple of weeks, players are coming back and we need to work hard. But I know that Todd's best position is as a number 10 or more from the left side. Yes, I know. So I'm really happy with him, what he showed for the team last couple of weeks, because he played that position and he can play that position. It's just a mental thing.
Philippe,
If you say that he cannot play that position, it's not a big difference in the way we're playing about the role in the number 10, because they change a lot of position. That I mean.
Philippe, is it important that the fans are patient with Ross? When he comes on tonight, he scores a great goal, they're going to get excited, they're going to get carried away. How important is it for you just to calm that expectation level, as you say, he's only very young?
It's important for everything around him, but in that way I'm really happy with him also, and you saw it about all the stuff around the renewal of the contract or signing at Rangers. He stayed calm all the time. He's not somebody who gets carried away fast. We talked about that, that he will get a lot of new friends now when he starts to get in the team and being decisive. That's part of football, but he's ready for that. So I don't have any fear. The only thing is expectation from the fans. Yes, don't expect from him every 3 days to be the shining star and to be decisive every time. He needs to grow, he needs to become stronger, he needs to do it step by step, and it's about us, all staff, to guide him in a good way.
And how concerned are you? Obviously, you now go to Betis. It's a big game, you need to win it to guarantee that you carry on in this competition, but it's just 3 days before the cup final. Is that a concern for you, that you might have to play your strongest team in Betis and then hope that they come through it for the game at hand?
It's still a few weeks that I have time to think and to see what the situation in the team is also. So we had already quite a few interesting weeks in that way, by players who were injured or players who get injured or players who get babies, and there are quite a few who will get babies in December and January. So those are things to look towards, because we need everybody at their top level, and we need to work hard for that.
We'll do Gabs, and then we'll do Stevie, and then we'll move on to St Mirren.
Philippe, just on that game in Seville in 2 weeks' time, obviously you missed the opportunity to automatically qualify to the knockout stages tonight, but you know that if you do go to Seville, you can actually still win the group. Is that a positive? Is that the mindset you'll be bringing to the players before that game?
Yeah, of course. We have everything to win there. You have already European football, and you can become first in the group. So for sure, that's going to be the idea, to win that game and to end this qualifying group in a really good way.
Stevie?
Philippe, just in terms of the performance tonight, I'm eager to find out what you thought about the performance levels, especially the use of the ball. When you first came in, you spoke a lot about, you made the famous phrase of shit lateral passing. However, this evening, it seemed to venture back into that at difficult moments. Do you think that's a confidence thing? Do you think the fans can help with the team? Or do you think that's slightly harsh on the performance this evening?
I don't know if I use that ugly word that you use now. I'm not sure. But no, I want to see more vertical passing. I want to see more runs in behind the defense. I want to see more connection between players, and we're working hard on that. But I explained already a few things today. Rome is not built in one day. There's work to do. There are players coming into the team. There are players coming out of injury. Like Sifu is not playing at his best level in tempo. That decides also the tempo of the game, how your midfield is playing. So no, we have work to do, but the positive thing is we're now 9 games working together. We didn't lose one. In that way, everybody is working hard. That I can tell every fan, that everybody is working hard every day in the club to raise their level. And it's sure, and we knew with all the injuries that they had, that it's impossible that all the team is now at their best level. But we need to play every 3 days, so we cannot do it all the time with the same 11. So we need to make a kind of rotation between players. So it's about taking out of every game the best.
Okay, St Mirren preview, 3 questions.